Retirees may face worse withdrawals under the Secure Act. Interesting. So I'm going through my emails one by one. I'm seeing some articles that really appeal to me, which I want to share with you all. Because don't forget, the Secure Act passed the House. I think only 3 people voted against it, if memory serves. So it hasn't been taken up in the Senate yet, and we shall see. We shall see. But the more I think about it, the less I find it. I want the sausages to be ground out. Let's just put it that way. Once the Senate gets its hands on it, because while the Republicans voted unanimously with it, again, 3 people voted against. I don't know who the 3 are, but essentially unanimous in the House, which includes Republicans. I do have some trepidation, without question, and I'd like for that trepidation to be addressed with the Senate. But one of the things we'll talk about right here. So, all right, let's talk about this. This is Dateline Today, CNBC, by Sarah O'Brien. Not familiar with her, but yeah, I don't read that much financial media, so don't. It's not because she's a nobody. It's because I'm a nobody. I just don't pay much attention other than articles that people send to me. And then I have my running tally of stuff on my phone, and every now and again, I'll show you. Every now and again, I'll read, on my my thing here, and every now and again, I'll read something that piques my interest, but by and large, it doesn't. All right, so let's see. For a theoretical retirement account worth $500,000 when its owner is 70 years old, reinvested required minimum distributions, assuming annual 4% growth rate after taxes, would be worth $15,850 more under current law than under the proposed changes. I don't understand what that's saying at all. $500,000. You're 70 years old. Reinvested required minimum distributions, so after taxes. So I'm taking the money out, I'm paying taxes, and as an after-tax account growing 4% a year, it would be worth $15,850 more under current law than the proposed change. Why? All right, let's keep reading. I don't get it. Combined with the theoretical account's value at age 89, growing at 5% annually while the RMDs are going out, a retiree would end up faring slightly better under the proposed law. A higher age for beginning required withdrawals would allow more time to roll over assets to a Roth account, which taxes contributions but not eventual return. Okay, I'm confused by this. So let's see what she says, because I don't get it. Planning to reinvest those pesky required withdrawals from your individual retirement account or 401k because you don't need the money? Under the Secure Act, a bill pending in Congress that aims to improve the nation's retirement savings, you'd have to start taking withdrawals from your IRA, at least according to the House, at age 72 as opposed to 70 and a half. I like that. The kicker, due to the reduced time that the reinvested cash would have to grow, the value over time could be smaller under the proposed change than under the current law. Due to the reduced time, the reinvested cash would have to grow. I'm confused what we're talking about here. So let's see what she's saying. You have more money in your IRA, but less in the reinvested account, says this guy. The chart below shows that for a theoretical IRA worth $500,000 at age 70, the reinvested required minimum distributions, assuming a 4% annual growth rate after taxes, would be worth $568,000 at age 89 under the current law. That's $15,850 more than the $553 that would amass in the reinvested RMD amount if the required withdrawals start at age 72, applying the same assumptions. Why? I don't understand. Why? Combined with a theoretical IRA's value at age 89, growing at 5% annually while RMDs are growing out, a retiree would fare better under the proposed law, but by $17,650. So they're saying So we're saying 4%. If you only got 4% on your money, the new law would be worse. 5% on the new money, on your money, the new law would be better. It'd be worse by $15,000 under the new law at 4%, which is bad, but it'd be better by $17,000 under the new law at 5%, which is good, but it's not life-changing. This whole article doesn't make any sense. A higher RMD age isn't going to change anyone's retirement lifestyle, says Ed Snyder, who's at Oak Tree Financial Advisors. The Secure Act was passed by the House of Representatives in late May and now awaits Senate action. In addition to decreasing the age for RMDs, the bill would make it easier for small businesses. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I can't believe they don't say anything about repeal the maximum age for making contributions to the IRAs, like that. Make it easier for annuities to be offered in the plan. But they don't say anything about the freaking Social Security stuff, and that's all this stuff is small potatoes. It's a Social Security indexing, which is a big deal, and the benefits to the lower end of the bend points. This right here is okay. It's no big deal. Well, the goal of the Secure Act is to increase the ranks of retirement savings and the amount they save, but also throw a wrench in the financial plan by changing the rules that apply to the stretch IRA, inherited retirement accounts. It would require most non-spouse beneficiaries to withdraw the money after 10 years of the original account owner's death. Oh, so that's interesting. So if I leave it to Charlotte and I die in 2019, she inherits it in 2019, and she dies in 2028. My kids only have a year after that, because 10 years after the original account owner's death. Is that me, the original account owner, or for 10 years after she dies as a spousal beneficiary? That's bad. That's horrible right there, if that's true. Right now, the amount that must be withdrawn is based on their own life expectancy. Yeah, I get that, which often is far longer than a decade. Meanwhile, a later RMD could potentially allow wealthier people extra time to do some tax planning to minimize the impact of those withdrawals when they need them. It's not just freaking wealthier people, man. Come on. Why is it always got to be class warfare with the media? Wealthier people, hell. Do you not read any freaking literature that shows you how freaking RMDs affect your taxes on Social Security for the people on the bottom end? I mean, come on, people. Read some freaking data on this stuff and realize the Social Security tax system, the way it's set up right now, penalizes people on the lower end of the taxes of the income scheme spectrum. Don't start this wealthy people crap. I hate that stuff. But no one talks about that. Well, I don't know. Maybe the poor people don't read CNBC. I don't know. Come on. The media is so they're not talking about Social Security stuff. They're not talking about they're saying the benefits affect the wealthy people the most. It's simply not true. There are more benefits relative to your income for the lower people of the income spectrum than the higher people. Why? Because that $1 extra of RMD leads to $1.85 extra taxable income, as I talked about many, many times on the Tax Torpedo. And you can spread that conversion over several years to minimize the annual tax impact. A later RMD age will provide some extra time to make this Roth. All right, this article is just, I don't understand it at all. Do they give for comments on here? Because I'd do some comments. Nope. I don't see any place to do comments. I don't get what this guy's chart is. Second, I don't get that at all. Now, I haven't really thought about it or looked at it too deeply. I frankly don't care. Have they changed the life expectancy tables, the RMD? Let's see. I got it here someplace. So if you're like here, we got your lifetime tables. So if you're 70 years old and that's your first RMD divided by 27.4, are they changing those? Why would anyone talk? That's the issue right there. If they're changing the denominator, numerator denominator, right? Yeah, if they're changing the denominator from 70 to 27.4 to something else, that's different. But if they're just saying they're going to make 72 the new age for RMDs and they're going to make your distribution period 27.4, or they're going to keep it, I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost by this article. But anyway, there you go. I'd love to hear your comments. I don't get it. Let's see how it shakes out. I mean, I get people want stuff to write about, and I want to talk about the Secure Act, but the benefit of the Secure Act is increasing the RMDs, which is good. Your day, the years for which you have to take RMDs. But the Social Security stuff is a big deal. This right here is just small potato stuff. So I just find it funny, though. She says you could fare worse by $15,850 if you only got 4% a year, but if you got 5% a year, wouldn't be a life-changing $17,000 you benefit. Well, all right, my friends. Sorry about the ramble. This frustrates me. All right, we'll see you.